Did you know that Wizards of the Coast was sued? Hasbro essentially was sued in 2026, January. A lot of people don't realize this, that Hasbro itself was sued because of Magic the Gathering. And this is what you don't realize. If you're new here, my name is Eric. I go by Sobermtg. I'm just a sober guy who loves Magic the Gathering. I hate with a lot of it's happening now, and I just share my opinions and thoughts on it. If you like content like this, hit the like and follow button. What people don't realize is in 2026, Magic the Gathering and Hasbro essentially was sued by its shareholders. And they were sued because of Magic the Gathering. This all started rumbling right around 2022. And who they ended up getting sued by were their shareholders. Bank of America, some of these private, like they got sued by some of these large shareholders. And the reason that they actually got sued was because the fears of the shareholders. So let's face it, Hasbro stays afloat because of Magic the Gathering. This is their moneymaker. If anything happens to this, these shareholders lose a lot of money. So what was their concern? Their concerns were they were putting out too many sets too fast and burning out essentially the customers. They're burning out the customer base, exhausting the customer base. That they were printing too many sets, that the quality was going downhill. And this was a big concern. The biggest concern was that people are going to start leaving Magic because you're exhausting them. Magic the Gathering fatigue. And then there were other things below that, even too, of just the print issues, the keeping up with some of the supply and demand. So there were multiple parts of this lawsuit. Now the lawsuit was dropped a month later. Now when the lawsuit was dropped, it was dropped with prejudice, or excuse me, yes, with prejudice, which means that the shareholders can sue again now for the same thing. If it was dropped without prejudice, that means that they could never sue again for the same things. But it was dropped with prejudice, so they can still sue them again for this. So what has Magic the Gathering done now? Instead of going, hey, this is what the shareholders were concerned about, we're not going to follow their concern. We're going to do something different. And what they have now done is pumping out Universes Beyond. Because here's the facts. It's proven right now that a lot of people are leaving Magic the Gathering. They're going to games like Riftbound. I mean, Riftbound's taking off. Like if you want into the RPG or the TCG, CCG game that's going off, Riftbound is where it's at. Lorcana has picked up tremendously. You're losing this base to these other games. So they know that. So instead of going after and trying to get that base back, what are we going to do? We're going to print all sorts of Universes Beyond because these are proven to bring in a new player base. And now we're turn and burning a player base. And I can tell you this from personal experience. I have talked to a lot of people out there that they got in, say, during Spider-Man. They stayed in for one or two sets, realized that this wasn't for them. It gets really expensive and pricey, really exhausting. It's a lot. Now I'm out. And they drop it. And then they sell off their cards, whatever, they get out. It turns and burns a lot of people. So you have to now keep pumping this out to keep bringing in new players. And what you're going to start seeing even more of, The Hobbit's a good example. They didn't really need to do a Hobbit. I guarantee you when Lord of the Rings came out, if you would have asked them, they had no plan probably for a Hobbit anytime soon. But they know that that can bring in old players again. So you're going to start seeing old, very successful sets getting reprints, such as the One Ring's reprinted again now, and this is a box topper. You're going to see a lot. I guarantee you're going to see Final Fantasy keep coming in and out. You're going to see different sets coming in and out constantly now that are any other big money makers because they want to grab that old base back. Because a lot of that older base is over it. People like me, I'm over it. Like, let's face it. I mean, they're bringing in Star Trek. You're going to get a lot of new players, but how long do you think a true Star Trek fan is going to truly stick with Magic the Gathering? Probably not very long. Reality Fracture, all these, that's not for them. They're Trekkies. Same with Star Wars. Like I love Star Wars. Star Wars doesn't have a place in this. Like Star Wars should not be in Magic the Gathering, in my opinion. But they will most likely do all of it because you have to keep bringing in new players. Otherwise, your shareholders are going to sue you again, and now you have to fire your CEO. You have to restructure everything, probably get rid of the ambassador program, and literally almost kind of start from scratch. Otherwise, a company is going to collapse. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the next few years with Magic the Gathering and Wizards of the Coast. I will say this, how I keep it fun and affordable. These were like $200 a box when they came out. Plus, I just bought this for 110. Hello, I kept it fun and affordable because I didn't buy into the FOMO. That's what it's all about. Don't buy into FOMO. If you like content like this, hit the like and follow button. Comment your thoughts and experiences down below. What you think is actually the future of Magic the Gathering. And I try not to be like super negative on this, but I try to share the reality of it. And I also try to breed the hope for players like myself that hopefully one day Magic the Gathering wakes up, Wizards of the Coast wakes up, and goes back to what essentially made them so successful. Then all of a sudden, then it would be fun. Then it'd be fun again, if that makes sense. So I am curious what your thoughts are. Comment down below.